This is problem number 7 for assessment number 8. It says graph the solution set to the system of inequalities. They give you a quadratic inequality and then they give you a linear inequality. And that's something that you need to definitely point out when you start this problem, that this is quadratic and this is linear. Let's go ahead and draw coordinate plane. -7 tells me that I'm going to have 5, 6, 7. Y-intercept of -7 essentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have y equals, or y greater than x squared minus 7. So here's how I would start graphing the quadratic. The -7 tells you that you start essentially at -7. That's simple. And remember, vertex form is y equals a x minus h squared plus k. So if in this form there's no h written, h is 0. So our vertex is 0, comma, the k value, which is -7, which is why it makes sense that this is the y-intercept. Now once I have that point, I need two other points to actually get the quadratic to look like it should. The easiest way is to find the x-intercepts. And how do you find x-intercepts with a quadratic? Well, that's finding the roots, so you set it equal to 0. So we're going to say x squared minus 7 equals 0. We add the 7 over, so we get x squared equals 7, root on each side, and we'll get x equals plus and minus root 7. Now root 7, we can get that in our calculator. It's not going to be exact, but when you're graphing by hand, you just got to get pretty close. And this is x equals plus and minus 2.65. So we just go to 2.65, which is about right there. Mark it. Go to this one, which is 2.65, and mark it. And then we can go ahead and graph this like so. And I'm using a dashed line because it's not equal to. Now there is a little trick, I will say, with the a value. If you know the a value, and our a value is 1, you can kind of go up for the first point using slope. So you can say up 1 over 1, mark it, and then go up 1, back 1, mark it, and that would be 2 points. So if you're doing it on My Math Lab, that might be a good way to go about it as well. For the linear line, we just need to get it in slope-intercept form. So we're going to subtract x. That's y less than or equal to negative x plus 2. We're going to mark 2 on the graph. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. And this is a bold line. So we'll draw a bold line here. Now, which way do I shade? Well, let's use the point 0, 0 here. So we're going to say 0 less than or equal to 0 plus 2. Is 0 less than 2? Yes. So we want to shade underneath this. I'm just going to point an arrow that way. For this one, it says y greater than this, so this would be 0 greater than 0 minus 7. Is 0 greater than -7? Yes. So that means that this is also a solution, so we're going to shade toward it, which means our solutions lie inside here. And that's how you graph the solution set of inequalities.